G'day everyone, Artist Wayne and Jacqui here at Ram Van Man episode 23. And welcome to the beginning of our seafood frontier trail. However, there wasn't much seafood to begin with. Jacqui and I left the historic town of Burra and pointed our ram and caravan in the direction of Port Augusta. We just handed back our passport key and have left the beautiful historic town of Burra, and even though we experienced a heat wave and a blackout, we had an amazing time. Now we are hurtling towards Port Augusta because soon we'll be doing the seafood frontier. Woohoo! And although we weren't travelling all the way to Port Augusta, we would be landing about 20 minutes shy of the place. We still had a big drive ahead of us, almost 200 kilometres, because Jacqui had organised for us to stay on a sheep station at the foothills of the Flinders Ranges, a station called Spear Creek. And our first stop off for the day was in Crystal Brook, known for its thriving agriculture and being the southern gateway to the Flinders Ranges. We had lunch at the local bakery and Jacqui checked out the weather we'd be in for over the next few days.
Here's the heat wave here, very dark red, and we're right in it.
Well, we're in the midst of a severe heat wave here in South Australia, so today we've planned to hit a station stay, and it's at the foothills of the Flinders Ranges, and at least we'll be able to plug in. And in a few days we'll be on the coast where hopefully it's cool. Oh yeah, we couldn't wait for some cooler weather. Spear Creek Holiday Park. More than just your average caravan park, it's set immediately to the western slopes of the Flinders Ranges, in the centre of a 21,000 acre working sheep station. The park provides privacy, security and an experience like no other. With many shady camping locations set amongst 600-year-old river red gums and an abundance of nature along Spear Creek, all of the sites have access to drinkable spring water, fire rings and multiple amenities blocks. So of course Jacqui and I couldn't wait to arrive at Spear Creek Holiday Park. We were chomping at the bit. And just like that, we had arrived. Time to book ourselves in, set up camp and make the beautiful Spear Creek Holiday Park our home for the next few nights. Here Jacqui and I opted for one of Spear Creek's more expensive and secluded spots. We had had enough of people and we just needed to chill out. Here at Spear Creek, they invite their guests to explore the numerous walking and hiking trails that encompass the natural beauty and tranquility of their unique part of the southern Flinders Ranges. This majestic property includes historic caves, deep winding gorges, cypress pine gullies and an abundance of native wildlife, providing the perfect location for picnics and bird watching. Absolutely magnificent. And being a sheep farm, the Spear Creek Holiday Park have fresh saltbush, Dorper lamb at their park office available for purchase, grown right here at Spear Creek from their paddocks to your plate. Day one here on the beautiful property of Spear Creek saw me walking all on my lonesome because Jacqui said she needed some time alone. I don't see what'd be hard about living with me in the confined space of a caravan 24/7, but for some reason she said she needed time to herself. But on this beautiful 10-kilometre hike I was doing today, I couldn't help but think it was her loss. The 10-kilometre Spear Creek Trail would take me north through the ranges. As I followed the cast iron water line that was laid in 1865, supplying water to Port Augusta from Wollondunga Spring, I would see huge rock slides, historic caves and stromatolites, the oldest fossils on Earth. Oh, these walks can only be described as magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Oh, it is so spectacular here. It's just amazing. Well, I must have walked 5 kilometres now. Time to go back. What a magnificent place. The Spear Creek Trail is the easier of the two trails here at Spear Creek. Tomorrow Jacqui would be joining me on the Deep Creek Trail. Hello down there! Day 2 and Jacqui couldn't stand to be away from me as we trekked along the harder of the two trails here on this spectacular property. It was another magnificent day where we were lucky enough to have some cloud cover to shade us during this heat wave. And whilst we were camping here at Spear Creek, we found out that you can also store your caravan here. That just might come in handy for Jacqui and I, as we had a wedding coming up soon and would be heading home for a couple of weeks. And whilst we were home, I would take the opportunity to get my bike all prepped and ready so the boys could bring it in and meet Jacqui and I in the Flinders Ranges for a 6-day epic motorcycle ride. Hopefully all this walking would get me fitter, as I was also going to try and fit in a motorcycle adventure while we were at home. And after a year off the bike, I reckon I was going to struggle. And apparently this walk's 4k, 4 kilometres to the gate, 8 kilometre return. Yesterday I did probably 15k. $4K. After a wonderful time here at Spear Creek, it was time to leave and head to the coast. We had a date with the seafood frontier. Well, after experiencing one of the windiest nights ever, and it blew our bathroom window off the hinges, we have now left Spear Creek Holiday Park and are heading through the Spencer Gulf to Whyalla, because we are hitting the seafood frontier. Woohoo! Hey Jacqui, we're about to go past my nickname. Wife Jacqui organises all of our travel and accommodation, and she does a magnificent job, and normally we don't need to pre-book. Unfortunately, this was one occasion we should have, because both caravan parks and the showground in Whyalla were booked out. Well, here's an update. Both caravan parks in Whyalla were fully booked, so we tried the local football field. Apparently you can camp there. That was booked out, no vacancies there, so we just ducked into the shopping centre to do some shopping, and now we're on the lookout for somewhere we can stay. Fortunately for Jacqui and I, we found a lovely spot at Point Lowly. The Point Lowly camping area is a bargain at $10 per night. With toilets and showers and a dump point in the area, we made this our home for the night. Point Lowly and Fitzgerald Bay are very popular for day trips and short stay camping with beautiful beaches and coastline. Dolphins and birdlife often frequent the waters, while the rocky shoreline is popular for fishing, sightseeing or relaxing and a leisurely stroll. And the Point Lowly Lighthouse offers beautiful views of the Gulf, coastline and across to the southern Flinders Ranges. And it's here that the magnificent cuttlefish arrive in their thousands for one of the most spectacular natural events in the Australian marine environment. Here the Australian giant cuttlefish reproduce, creating an amazing spectacle of cunning games, predation and colourful displays. And hopefully when Jackie and I make our way back up to the Flinders, we might arrive just in time to see them. Well, that was one wonderful night in Point Lowly, and that is where the giant cuttlefish go to breed. Here's a little bit of information for you. We are now heading to Whyalla, where we've booked one of the caravan parks. Yoo-hoo! This would be our home for the week, where Jackie and I could just settle down and relax and enjoy all that Whyalla has to offer. This little seaside city in South Australia was founded as Hummocks Hill and known by that name until 1916. It's famous for captivating cuttlefish and dolphins, steelworks industry and nature-based activities. This really was the start of the seafood frontier. However, according to the young lady at the information centre, Whyalla is famous for its beautiful snapper. Unfortunately, they're protected, and they have been for the past 5 years. So as for Jackie and I enjoying our seafood, well, that would have to wait. Not to worry though, because I would keep myself busy doing a new painting. G'day everyone, Artist Wayne here with my latest artwork. It's been inspired by our visit to Whyalla, and it's one of our beautiful Australian giant cuttlefish. Jackie and I kept our minds off eating seafood by doing a tour of the Whyalla Information Centre HMAS Whyalla Minesweeper, commonly known as a corvette. Built during World War II in Australian shipyards as part of the Commonwealth Government's wartime shipbuilding program, Whyalla went into service on escort and patrol duty on the Australian east coast. She was in Sydney Harbour on the night of 31 May when the Japanese midget submarine attack took place. On 12 June 1942, with the United States destroyer USS Perkins, she was escorting a convoy of 8 ships bound from Newcastle to Melbourne when the straggling Panamanian ship Guatemala was torpedoed and sunk. Between February and April 1987, Whyalla was slowly moved up the slipway from which she was launched in 1941 and then relocated 2 kilometres inland and placed on permanent foundations, becoming the centrepiece for the Whyalla Maritime Museum, which was officially opened on 29 October 1988. Of course, when at the Information Centre, you must visit the Whyalla Maritime Museum. It's chock-a-block full of fascinating information, including everything you need to know about the HMAS Whyalla. And of course, while here, you must check out the Whyalla Model Railway. It was constructed by the members of the Whyalla Model Railway Society and is one of the largest in the Southern Hemisphere. The backdrops are all hand-painted and depict the local country scenery. Well, Whyalla may not have had any seafood, but it certainly didn't disappoint. So now I guess it's time to give our stay at Spear Creek and beautiful Whyalla a score. My stay here in beautiful Spear Creek and the magnificent Whyalla has been an absolute pleasure, and the only thing I can fault is there was no seafood, so I'm giving my stay 4.5 out of 5.
Well, I'm giving my stay a 5 out of 5. I mean, look at this location at Spear Creek. It's absolutely magic. We've got gum trees that are 600 years old. We've got beautiful birds and wildlife, and Whyalla, what a location on the Gulf. 5 out of 5 from me.
So, again, there was no seafood, but that's it from us. So until next time,
take care and happy travels, everyone.
see ya.